Hello and welcome to Lucy Locket Land. I'm going to be doing a slightly different video to the ones you've been watching so far today, in that I'm not teaching or demonstrating anything. I want to talk to you about the new theme I have for Locket Land this autumn and winter, which is Lockets Enchanted Woodland. I want to talk to you about community and friendship and Facebook groups and the importance of having an online network of friends, especially as we're hurtling into ever further lockdown during the COVID crisis. I'm going to get Alison, my lovely friend, to pass me my iPad, and it's going to be a very messy segue as I try and move it so that I can film what I have on the table for you. So please excuse our technical ineptitude. The day I produce a slick and professional video is the day I'm going to stop, because they wouldn't reflect me and they wouldn't reflect the slightly madness of my shop. So Alison, if you could bring me the iPad, please. Don't look at me, don't look at me. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at all those goodies. Oh, and a very nice cup of tea. Right, so here we go. Wish me luck. I hope you're still with me. I hope you haven't all run away and left the place because there's some nutty woman talking to you. It's like the problem I have here is that my iPad's a bit heavy for my stand. Oh, this is going to be entertaining. Here we go. Colours are nice. Right, so I'm going to sit back and talk to you about Locket's Enchanted Woodland. I think we all love autumn. We all have this sense of it's going to be knitting weather. The colours are amazing. I always have this stupid idea that our eyes change colour with the seasons. In the spring, we're looking at the very bright greens and the blues of the summer and pinks, and then in the autumn those lovely russet colours start coming in, the darker greens, the mossier greens, and I just love it. But I wanted to do something that we could just move gently into Christmas, winter and Christmas with. So I have lots of lovely things in this Enchanted Woodland theme. I will have, by the time you see this video next weekend, and you're getting the preview at the moment, well, the Yarndale team are getting the preview. I'm just trying to see if I can get Badger's nose. There we go. Look at that, Badger. I will have created a Facebook group called Lockets Enchanted Woodland that you're very welcome to come along and join. And in that, I want to help create those friendships and that sort of supportive community where we can all enjoy what we're creating together, make new friends, make new friends and share our skills and get new ideas and be inspired with lots of lovely new projects. It will cover knitting, crochet, sewing, patchwork. We may end up with some felting. I don't know yet. I need to see what I can pull together. My ideas are always far bigger than my ability to get it all done, but there's going to be lots of lovely things. So I just think it's so important. My shop, Lucy Locket Land, stands for friendship and support and kindness and promoting others and welcome, just welcome, and it's a safe refuge for anyone that needs it, and that makes me very happy. Having to shut down the shop in lockdown was very, very hard. What I found even harder was having to open as a shop. I've never considered Locket Land to be a shop as in its prime function, but more a happy social space that happens to sell lovely products. So hopefully, as COVID melts away, ultimately one day hopefully we'll be able to get back to that social aspect of my shop. But for now we're going to do it all online as much as possible and just have a lovely time. So I'm going to show you some of my goodies that I will be sharing with you in Locket's Enchanted Woodland. Here we go. Where shall we start? Okay, slightly. Can I just show you my lovely mug? This was hand painted for me by Humna Mustafa, who's amazing pottery designer down in London, and she's on Instagram. Have a look, and it has chipped slightly, but that means it's loved, it's used. So let's start with some sewing. First up, let me introduce you to, where's the camera? Me. So this is me in felt bear form. She's got I love dungarees. I've grown a similar sized tummy. Yellow's my favourite colour, and she even has a new green shawl just like my own here. So this is Mrs. Bear, and she comes from the fabulous book by Corinne Lapierre called Felt Animal Families. And I do actually have a group at the moment for this book on Facebook that you're welcome to join. And Mrs. Bear likes nothing better than going fishing with young fox. Here he is. Ooh, well, there we go. And there's his fishing rod. And they go fishing together. They even have a little bucket with fish. Let's move the camera slightly. There we go. Ooh, steady. I'm much better at doing these things live. I find live videos easier, bizarrely. No, another little fishy coming into view. But when they're not fishing, they're meant to be babysitting little mouse with his little woodland blanket, a little monogrammed pillow and Moses basket, but sometimes they sneak him out fishing as well. So if you haven't seen Corinne's Felt Families, Animal Families, you need to. It's wonderful. So we'll be doing stitching. I'm just going to put them back over here. I mentioned my green shawl. This is my favourite thing I've knitted in a long time. Here's a good photo of it. This is my Treasures from the Forest Path shawl, designed by my lovely friend Patricia of P4 Chen, who lives in Norway, and struggling a bit with this camera. There we go, that's better. And try and get the focus right. So what Patricia says is you're walking along the forest and you pick up a fir cone and pop it in your basket, and then a little bit further on you find another fir cone and another, and you keep popping them in your basket until you have a full basket full of cones, and it ends up looking like this. It's called Treasures from the Forest Path. I'm going to take this green thing off because it's annoying me. There we go. A bit more control now. Treasures from the Forest Path. Patricia has also designed the most lovely forest path hat there, hanging on the wall, that in a lovely dark, we've knitted in a lovely dark green. And there's the pattern. And I make up special kits for these. So we've got I need longer arms. We've got this lovely green here. This is the sort of lighter oak woodland green. And then a darker green, not quite as dark as the one on the wall. And somewhere, over here in my basket, we have the lovely mucky rusty brown autumnal shade, and these all come in sets in an organza bag with stitch markers and the printed pattern. And as I say, this in particular, Treasures, was the most enjoyable knit. I loved every second of it, and I know Helen really enjoyed making her sort of fir tree one, which is the Forest Path hat, and I think that'll be a very nice Christmas shawl. The yarn I've used it's not a super soft merino, it's a proper woolly, sheepy Highland wool. It's actually from the Peruvian Highlands, and by giving a market to the farmers that produce this slightly more rustic yarn, this yarn wouldn't normally sell because it's not soft enough, but they've managed to get it spun, and I think it's lovely. It's slightly softer than Shetland, but just a lovely bouncy plump yarn. And I've just realised I already talked for nearly 10 minutes and I have so much to show you, so I'm going to have to speed it all up. We will have toadstool socks. These are designed by Charlotte of Stone Knits, and they're just gorgeous. Every time I dye the green, it's different. This is a really dark woodland green, which will offset with a lovely, it's a bit grunkier in my screen colour, offset with lovely bright red and white to make a beautiful pair of toadstool socks, which are superbly Christmassy as well. I said the C word. We'll have Squirrel Socks, and I have to find this page. This is from a copy of The Folk of the Faraway Tree that I bought for my children, an old book. I mean, who doesn't dream of talking to magical squirrels? And here we have Squirrel Socks. This pair were actually knitted in my merino, but I've dyed a special set in my favourite yarn at the moment, Exmoor Sock, originally from John Arbon. I've then dyed it, and it's a beautiful blend of Exmoor Blueface, Superwash Falklands Corriedale, Warbles and nylon, and the way it dyes, the colours are just magical. So imagine those as the squirrel and the oak leaves, and the acorns. I just think that'll be lovely. I'm going to throw them on the floor as well. Getting a bit slapdash. We'll have Fair Ale. This is my own design for a pair of mittens in lovely Jameson and Smith. Here we go. And lovely autumnal colours, but we'll go into Christmassy colours as the season progresses. I've been doing a Katie's Kep Cal. This is my autumnal adventures colourway. We've got a group on Facebook for the Katie's Kep as well, so do come along and join us if you can. It's just a friendly chat, and seeing the different colour combinations is amazing. Pop them on the floor. Got my Trellis mitts pattern. This is a really good introduction to colour work for any beginners of doing Fair Ale. It's a very simple pattern because it only has a 2-row repeat. I've got little tins that match. Moving on, I'm just chucking everything on the floor. Oh, hang on. This is my very exciting new project. Imagined Landscapes produce the most amazing patterns for these wonderful gnomes. So I'm going to be making special kits of gnomes in autumnal colours. This one was just my first sample. This is Natasha, and this is Gnorbert. He looks like an acorn. And this Pièce de Résistance, Christmassy one, knitted by my daughter Penny. This is Neville. Look at those cables. So keep your eyes peeled for all these new gnome kits coming in. I've got 4 different designs to make kits from. We'll have crocheted pumpkins. I've got crocheted, look at that little owl. Then we've got the badger. Kits by Sons Popkes. We've got Sven Scandinavian reimagined as me. That's me with my hair in plaits, my knitting in my pocket, my glasses. I've got beautiful wreaths somewhere. I've got some lovely wreaths, and I'll be making knitting, crochet and stitched patterns for the wreaths. I'll be dyeing lots of yarn in autumnal colours, and I'm very lucky that will also be stocking beautiful oak leaves from Joe's Toes felt. I had a lot of other colours, but they've fallen on the floor, so I've coloured these. These are little packs of 6 for £4. And I think oh no, I haven't finished. I haven't even slightly finished. A lot of you will have already seen on my social media that I've been knitting the skimming shawls, making kits. So my lovely friend Pam, hang on, I've got to prop this. This is where I need 4 pairs of hands. Or I should have prepared better earlier. So Pam is very kindly knitting me a sample in my autumnal colours. So we're starting in early autumn with a mossy green. There we go. Okay, this is where the teeth are going to come in handy as I try and open this bag. So then Pam will go into yellow, lovely autumnal yellow. Sorry, very wobbly. I'm probably going to get cut off now. And brown, and orange and brown and red as the seasons progress. And don't forget, I've also got the gorgeous little cotton rabbits kits. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope to see you come over and join my Facebook groups. They're really friendly, really supportive. It'd be great to see you there. Thank you. Bye from Lucy Locketland.